I did, man. I got out of that place, and it was like in a neighborhood up in Mooresville, and I got out, and these dogs started barking at me from the fence. I was like, oh, look at the munchies. And I'm like, who the heck am I calling these random ass dogs munchies? Because Kelsey calls Finn munchies.
You get it from Kelsey.
Yeah. They say things from your spouse rub off on you. I guess it's true. Some people may not care about this stuff, but one of my absolute pet peeves is when someone comes through and you blacked out. Like what happened is there was another reserve marking probably smaller than this underneath here. So the last time somebody painted this, their stencil was bigger. So they only blacked out what was here previously. So now you got the R hanging out outside of the black box and part of that D, and I just think it looks sloppy as crap. So what we do is, if this was our reserve stencil right here, we lay that down and we outline it, whether it's with tape or chalk or something, and then we paint that entire area black. So that way when we paint the white reserved on it, all the white letters are on top of the black box background, and it gives like a clean look to everything. It's also good to get pictures of the areas, like all these garages that you're working up against, just because for the crew, you know, part of their process is they review this scope, so this map that I'm making with all the pictures I'm adding to it, so that way they know going into it, like, oh crap, we got to cut in around all this brick and all the garages, so that way they can at least prepare from a planning standpoint, a manpower standpoint, tools, equipment, things like that. I try to get as many pictures as possible. The guys, I found out from Brandon that the guys like it when he does site visits, because he takes more pictures than I do. They like to scroll through all the pictures that we take and see who's got the best ones. So apparently there's a little game about it. There's times where it's easy to just like use an aerial view to quote the property, get them a seal coating and striping number. But like there's over 40 something reserve stencils that we would have never known about or accounted for, or like the no parking stuff that's under the trees. You know, we always tell people it may take us a little bit longer to get you an estimate back, but it's going to be a comprehensive estimate. There's not going to be like the change orders on the back end of, oh, we didn't know there was 40 reserve stencils to paint. Like we take the time to make sure it's right the first time. A lot of people, they give a quote and then they ask, you know, I've actually had customers ask, is this like all in pricing, or what's going to change when you come to do it? I'm like, no, like this is the price to do it. The only time that we ever have something that changes is if the customer changes the scope, you know, so that'd be a change order, or if we're doing like repairs and stuff and we take off the top layer of asphalt and then we find out that there's like an underlying problem, whether it's like a utility problem, bad base, anything like that. That's the only time that we really get change orders out of stuff. Otherwise, it's the price you get, it's the price you pay.